let Cooper get on a lawnmower if it had wings. I'm telling you, we're at Kansas City, and he gets this idea after we roped that night, let's go north side. I said, you do know we're in Kansas City and north side's at Fort Worth. Drops us off at aviation wing side. Roy squeezes through the gate, and I crawl over the gate, and down through the deals we go. And finally, we find a guy, and he's on a, what do mechanics call them, sliding boards, under this truck, working on the truck, and he's got his door open, and it's spitting snow, and it's cold, man. It's cold in November. Kicks him, this guy slides out, with a wrench, like going to kill him, scares him down. He's, no, dude, hey, anybody, we need a plane. Anybody got a plane around here that flies to Fort Worth, Texas? He said, for what? He said, north side, going to party, man. He said,
I want to rock and roll.
He said, well, it's going to cost, I don't remember what it was, $700, whatever, $500. Hey, we get on this plane, push it out, you get a little deal, drags it out the runway. It's a single engine, 4-seater. And we're getting on, it's shitty weather. It's bad. So we get out there and he cranks on it. He cranks, and I'm in the back seat. Roy's co-pilot. He got his headphones. He's co-pilot. And this guy says, hey, get out there and give me a spin. So what my dumb self does, I get out there and give him a spin 2 or 3 times. And get in. And it goes by me, and I jump in and shut the back door. And we fly to north side to party that night. We commercial back the next day to run our second one the next night. I don't think people do that no more, do they?
I don't think so.
Jeff Chapman and I and Blair, and I think Cody was on that plane that night at Red Lodge, and we iced up. We were coming to Red Lodge for the morning slack, and we're all asleep. We're in a twin coming across there, and Jeff Chapman wakes me up. Man, I'm sleeping. I'm like, what? Look out there. What is all that on the wings? Hey, and I kind of stumped in this moonlight. And I said, that's ice. Ty, it was already where it was, you could tell it was ice from the window. And that dude had an autopilot. He was just kind of, napping with an autopilot. Hey, I reach up there and grab him. I said, hey, and he's like, yeah. I said, well, ice. And he's like, oh, and he just, when we drop it, because it was going like that, pulling, you know what I mean? And Jeff woke up and said it. I don't feel like we're flying right. We feel like we're dipping. He said, what's that on the wing? And we were just pulling to the ice. And that guy just dropped us for I don't know how far. Our ears pop. You feel like you're going to just, until you can see it start misting, and it finally comes off and he pulls her back up.
Joe's so good at telling stories. He's got me puckered up over here.
it was it's
scary.
Mike Johnson is the best. We flew from Elk City to Pueblo, and I had me a new straw, and I had those black eyelets in the side on both sides,
Mm-hmm.
And Brent had one that was solid. He didn't have one like that. It was a 6-seater, and we were sitting in the back. Mike Johnson was behind me, and whoever in it, me and Brent. Mike gets sick on this plane, and he gets sick, and he goes to puking. And he pukes, and there's 3 or 4 bags. He fills them all up, y'all, and he isn't backing off. And Brent's up there by me, and Brent's going, and I said, don't. I said, don't. So he goes to puking more. So we're out of bags now. And he gets his hat. Oh. He pukes in his hat. Well, then it's open, and it really just stinks and splot, and Mike's sick. I feel bad. This Mike Johnson's sick. Well, I don't think nothing of it now. And I said, here, look, man, here. And Brent, and I'm holding this hat, like my hat behind it, but I don't forget about them eyelets in that thing. And this is how much the poor man puked. It goes to running out the eyelets on Brent on that side. And this Brent Lewis is just, and the pilot says, oh man, that happened again. And we look at one of the engines, and the cover off the engine is gone. You can see all the wires, and they're all frayed out, stick just spinning. And he said, I'll have it fixed, boys, when y'all get back. I looked at Brent, and I said, I'm renting a car. And he said, I'm with you. Mike Johnson, sick as he was, got back on that plane, and off he went.